Well, there's been some change to the plan. So I had planned to go on the N12 up to Oudtshoorn, but my sister's advised maybe that I should change the route and go via Mossel Bay and then over the Robertson Path on the 328. So looks interesting, and I've got quite a bit of time today, so let's see how it goes. Well, it's quite a climb down to this beach. I'm at Sedgefield, which is just between Knysna and George. I decided I'd just come and take a look at this beach along the way. It's easy to get down, but it might be quite difficult to get back up. It's going to be a bit of a climb, but it's all right. And I think I'm pretty much here on my own. There's probably about 5 other people that I can see on the beach. This is not a swimming beach, but yeah, it's a beautiful beach just to come out and get on the sand and touch the sea. To head on back onward to Prince Albert.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
150 steps.
It's good for the knees.
Yeah, definitely.
150 steps. That's quite a climb. Onward to Mossel Bay, and then to find the 328. Travel over the Robertson Pass towards Oudtshoorn. Well, this is going to be very likely the last look that I get at the sea. I'm very close to Mossel Bay. Not actually sure what this little area is called, but I think it's the Brook Rivier, which is just running here behind me. And it looks like there's a very nice beach there, so I'm just going to go and take a look at the beach. And after that I'll be heading Mossel Bay, turning right up the 328 and towards Swartberg Pass. Well, I think if I'm looking at it, that's a strong current. I wouldn't actually recommend swimming in the river here. It's quite deceptive. It looks deep, so I would watch out for that. And well, the sea is fantastic, but I would say this is this is not a swimming beach. There's no lifeguards, so it's probably not a safe place to swim. Definitely not here by the river. Although some people down there seem to be all right swimming in the river, but yeah, it's not something I would do or recommend.
Turn left on tar, then turn left. Turn left on R102.
Is this the 328?
I think so, yes.
Oh, okay. Does it go to Oudtshoorn? It said 328 turning for Oudtshoorn, but I can't see the number of the road.
This goes to a private complex.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I'll turn around. Okay, thank you. Bye. now I found the 328. Private traffic wardens. Interesting. Well, I've left the sea behind and now heading on towards Oudtshoorn. I have to get to Prince Albert. The more direct route is via the Swartberg path if it's open, and otherwise the road's looking good. It's clear, which is great. So looking like it's going to be a really nice journey. Well, I've travelled just over 40 kilometres from Mossel Bay. The road is beginning to steeply rise as I enter the Robinson Pass. And at its summit it will peak at just over 800 meters above sea level. Quite often this pass will be covered in mist because the mountains act as a natural barrier, preventing a lot of the moist coastal air from reaching the interior. All that moisture trapped on this side of the mountain creates a few surprises along the way. It's not often you're going to get a lay-by that's got its own waterfall. Time to drive over the summit of the pass. When you look back at the mountain range, it's quite obvious to see that this range is a barrier to the moist coastal air, which limits the amount of rainfall that reaches the interior. And behind and below this mountain range is the Klein Karoo, which is walled in not only by these mountains, but the Swartberg mountains further north. So it could be said that the Klein Karoo is the largest walled garden in the world. Thomas Baines, the famous South African road builder, first built this route, which included the pass, in 1869. And at the time of its building, it was one of the most important commercial routes in the world. Used not merely to just transport the produce of both the Klein Karoo and the Greater Karoo, but to courier to the world a product that had more value than gold or diamonds. At that time and into the early 1900s, over 800 tons a year of ostrich feathers was couriered on this road. It's hard to believe that in the world, just over 150 years ago, that the feathers of these strange creatures were so highly prized as fashion items that they had a value which was higher their weight in gold. With the Otaniqua Mountains disappearing behind me, I've now reached midpoint in the Klein Karoo. My journey now continues onward towards the Swartberg Mountains, which rise at between 800 and 1,000 meters above that of the Otaniqua Mountains I've just traveled through. Having passed through Oudtshoorn and continuing on the 328 towards the Swartberg Mountains, the countryside begins to change. As the road continues to ascend towards the looming wall of mountains ahead.
Bear right on R328. Drive 8.6 kilometers on R328.
The closer you come to the mountains, it is evident that the only means of getting through to the other side is to find a pass through this barrier. The last part of my journey this evening on the 328 towards Prince Albert will be to go over the Swartberg Pass. Built over 135 years ago. And unlike the Robertson Pass, which I'd been over earlier today, this pass has not changed much since 1888 when it was built. The road is untarred, and all the retaining walls and the drainage is exactly as it was when it was built. So significant is the longevity of this pass that it has been designated as a national monument in South Africa. right now I've got all of this just to myself. I seem to be alone on the mountain here, which is really nice. It's very peaceful, absolutely amazing to be able to look out, as far as you can see, and to be on the mountain as well at this time of the day. Still got a way to go. It's not hot and it's not cold. It's actually very pleasant up here now. I know it can get very hot up here and very cold and very overcast, so I'm fortunate I've got such a clear day and everything looks so beautiful. One last chance to stop and look out over the Karoo before the sun sets. Well, I'm coming to the end of the video, and I do appreciate you joining me on this incredible journey. Please subscribe and look out for new adventures coming soon.